Right.
Hey Meta, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, good. Thank you for meeting up with me again today. Tell me, how did you get on with the bookings and host Zoom that Carla ran last night?
It's good. Yeah, no, it definitely gave me some clarity on a few concepts. And yeah, no, I thought yeah, the time went really fast actually. I
It does go a
was
lot
kind of
faster than
dreading
what
it
you
a
think,
little
doesn't
bit,
it?
but it was fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
good, good,
it
good,
was good.
good. So tell me, one of the main things that you obviously worked on last night, you would have started creating your Franco list. Did you get on there for
Yeah,
that?
yes, I
Yeah,
did. It was good. And it was, she asked some good questions around it. So there was a few more people that hadn't thought about that kind
yeah.
of popped into mind. So I think I had about 15 people on my list in the
15,
end.
awesome. Yeah, that's what I was going to
Yeah.
ask. That's a really great start. And I
Yeah.
really encourage you to keep that list, somewhere at the forefront because over the time while you're training, I'm sure you're going to keep thinking of names that you want
Yeah.
to add to it.
Yeah.
So, each time we catch up, we can just kind of check in and see how you're getting on with that. So tell me, if you talked about your goals about I know we're going for, those six sales, but definitely those four.
Mm.
So if you're looking at your list, let's just think of the first kind of three or four people that you would love most to host a demo for you. Tell me about who would those people be on your list that you've got there?
Yeah, so I reckon I could get my sister-in-law Ange to host a demo. She's like a real social, she knows everyone. So if I'll get her one, if she would buy one, which I
Yep.
don't know if she would do, she's quite stubborn. So I don't know if she would necessarily buy one, but I'm sure she would host a demo for me. But if she
Perfect.
would buy one, I reckon there's lots more people who'd be, kind of possibly come through from
Yeah.
her.
Yeah,
Um,
amazing.
and then I've got one of my best friends, Tess. I think she would
Yep.
host a demo for me as well. Which yeah, and she's kind of a farmer, kind of
Yep.
farm girl. So
Cool.
and she's gluten free, so I think there's lots of benefits for her. But I'm not sure if
Yeah.
she would buy one either necessarily. Um, but I think she would definitely host a
Should
demo.
host.
And then I've got another friend of mine called Kylie, who's a chef. She might
Yep.
host one as well. So those are probably my first three people.
Your
Like they are,
first three.
kind of my inner circle people that shortly they will
Yeah.
host a demo for me.
Surely.
Surely.
And what I love, Meta, is that you've really thought about why them, because that's super important. Like if you bring that into your conversations with them. So I know last night, Carla would have talked a bit about making those conversations, with those people on how to actually go and get that booking locked and loaded. How are you feeling about it? About connecting with, let's just start with those three. Do you feel like you know what you're going to say? Like, let's just say I was your friend Tash, for example,
Mm-hmm.
how you would kind of approach that conversation.
So with these three, it's probably a little bit like, hey, could you please do me a favor? I need to practice. So that's probably because I'm sure they would do it. But I loved how kind of putting it into perspective of how it could be useful for them. So with
Yeah,
Tess, I would maybe just go to her and say, hey, would you be open to host a demo?
yeah,
And, like you're gluten free and, she doesn't love cooking and runs her own business. So she's quite busy. So kind
yeah.
of, see where I think that could be beneficial for you, but also kind of just it's just about me practicing at this stage and kind of no pressure to get
Yeah, absolutely. And if I can
you know
just share some of my learnings, Meta, from being, going through exactly what you're going through and getting out there and doing those demos, what I've found often works is where you really make it about doing something for them. Like sometimes if you're asking people to do things for you, it can just not feel that kind of same. But whereas if you focus with that, beautiful your heart you've got for helping others and make it about doing something for them rather than them doing something for you, you might even find that you have even more kind of, success in that space. So it's just a matter of you finding your own words and doing it authentically how it
yeah.
feels good for you.
Mm,
Um, but I love how you've really thought, you've already said on how you feel like it could be inspiring for them just to see it so
yeah.
that they can then decide if it's something they want to get into their life or not.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm
Yeah,
sure they would invite, a couple of people around just kind of,
yeah,
for me to get those first few demos booked in and,
exactly, exactly.
and not necessarily so much because they know someone that wants to buy at this time, but
Yes, you're
you never
right.
know.
It's just at this stage, it is about just having fun and getting out there and getting the machine in front of people. So I think that's awesome that you've recognized that. Did you learn anything last night about the size of the demo?
Yeah, yes, I did, kind of think that, it would be a good idea to bring a whole heap of people together
Yeah.
because that just feels more efficient, doesn't it?
If-
That you'd get heaps of
yes.
people there.
Yeah.
But Carla kind of alluded to that that was not such a good idea, that we kind of want to keep it small rather
Yeah.
than, which is nice in terms of it would probably make me less nervous if it's not so
Exactly.
many people. But
Yeah.
so, yeah, so I will keep it. What she said was a host and two guests from two different households.
That's right. Like I honestly, it was one of my big learnings. I was similar to you where I just wanted to get all the people together and smash it all
Yeah.
out quickly. But like trusting the business model, like honestly, it can make such a difference. And those demos are all about building that awesome connection with people. So I think three is just such a beautiful number
Yeah.
to be able to do
Yeah,
that.
and it was good
And
that you kind of said to keep them separate. Not,
yeah. Oh yeah, rather than getting your friends together.
yeah, because that
Yeah.
would probably be like, live in a small community. It would be easy to just get all of those people together. But I can see where it makes more sense for me to try and get
Yeah.
them to host their own demo.
100%.
So that was good because
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that in that way.
Exactly. Because they all know people that you don't know. So what a great
Yeah,
way to connect with them.
yeah.
Awesome. And just checking that you're got a bit of a brief understanding on host rewards. We will go into it in more detail in our prac training that we do next week. Oh, not next week on the 3rd. But yeah, did you are you clear on that it being
Yeah, on
three
just that
people?
you need a host and two guests from different households
Exactly.
to be
Yeah,
able to
perfect.
get a host award.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Great. So how are you feeling about making those three calls? When do you think you would like to get that done by? And do you want any kind of practice with those with me? How are you thinking?
I think I'm just gonna Tess and Kylie I see regularly. Like I go for a walk
Yep.
with Tess every day, so I'll just have she knows that I've been thinking about doing this, and so I'll
Yep.
just I'm sure she would just host. So that one I'm fine with. My
Yep.
sister-in-law, I will just give her a ring,
Yep.
and I feel okay about that. It's possibly and Kylie will also. I'm feeling fine with these three. But it was probably the people that are not kind of like real close to me that are a little bit further away. That I kind of feel a bit like I don't
Absolutely.
want to come across as icky or salesy or that kind of thing.
I I get that. I totally get that. And from the way you're just such a natural, connector, I don't think you've got anything to fear in that space, but I'm here to kind of help you with that. So why don't you then, it sounds like you're confident to go and call those your first three who you know well.
Yeah.
Why don't you reach out to me when you've had your first conversation with one of them and just let me know how it went, even if it's
Okay.
as simple as a thumbs up, I got a booking. Amazing. If you
Yeah.
come across any stumbling blocks in the conversation, please reach out before you make your next conversation because we can unpack it. And I'm sure it's often just little tweaks and words that can make
Okay.
that real difference.
Yeah.
So how
That
does that
sounds good.
sound? Making that, when do you think you'd like to get those first kind of the first one done by? Let's just start with the first one.
Oh,
Have you
like I'll
got
talk to Tess when we'll go for a walk tonight.
Okay,
Um.
perfect.
So
Awesome.
yeah.
So flick me a message tomorrow and let me know how you got on. And then if you're
Mm.
ready to go to the next one, and let's celebrate every booking that you get because that's going to get the real kind of momentum going, and it is
Yeah.
that real heartbeat is getting those bookings. So it's absolutely something to celebrate because I love celebrating those with all my newcomers that come in. So do share that.
Oh, thank you.
Um, I just want to check as well. Like I know when we talked last time, we talked about knowing when you're going to do your demos, and you already had a clear idea then. Have you got
Mm.
real clarity after doing that call last night on, exactly when you're available so you can do that which technique?
Yeah, I've got to. Yeah, I probably just need to actually go and mark it out in my calendar, like kind of when I am available.
Yeah,
Because I understand the comment. I think it's a good idea to kind of be super clear on that and kind of have that in front of you when you're talking to your people.
absolutely.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
totally.
I just need to get that. I can maybe do that after we're chatting today and just kind of go with the
Yeah.
pen and highlight and be
Exactly. And if
super.
you want to, take a photo of it and send it through to me because then I
Yeah,
can kind of know when you're available. So, being able to come along to some of your demos and that kind of thing as well.
sweet.
So if you feel comfortable sharing that, that would be awesome for me as well.
Yeah, no, cool. I can definitely do that.
Amazing. Alrighty, and just checking in. So obviously when you have the phone calls, first of all, you're gonna, book perhaps even it might be penciling in that date with your host so that they can then go and chat to two people they know they want to bring along to the demo.
Yep.
Um, you would have touched very briefly last night on the menu that we have in our demos. Do you have any questions or anything on that? And have you downloaded that cooking demo menu onto your Cookie Do yet?
No, we did touch on it, so I will just go and find that
Yeah,
in Cookie Do. I've loaded up to Cookie Do, so I'll go and find that because they told us how to do it. So I just need to
yeah.
yeah actually do it.
Amazing. So yeah, do that and yeah, let me know when if you have any issues locating the
Mm.
particular menu. I can send you a little screenshot of what the collection looks like
Oh,
as well.
perfect.
It's
Thank
just
you.
called the cooking demo menu. Really encourage you. I think your machine was it arriving today, I believe?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, maybe. And
yeah.
normally, yeah, I reckon it will be here maybe tomorrow. We're rural, so maybe, yeah,
You're rural, maybe
yeah,
tomorrow. Okay,
yeah,
awesome, awesome, awesome. So, getting familiar with those recipes, like it's just one going to get you really excited about getting
yeah,
out there and doing the demos and just starting to feel, getting to learn to know your machine. So, have fun cooking around those. And again, your business kit will come soon with like a little booklet in there giving you all the wow kind of factors and things. And when we get together on our prac training, we'll go into that even further. But that will just give you a little head start on getting familiar with all of that. Um, Now, one of the things I always think is just so important around that bookings and host session you did last night was the discovery of the them, THEM. Tell me,
Mm.
what was your takeaway around that?
Oh, I thought that was gold actually. You kind of
Yeah,
don't think about it because you just want to tell everyone why you think it's so good. So I thought
exactly.
that was, really cool around actually to distinguish and really figure out. And they did say that in prep
Yeah,
training we'll learn kind of how to do that in the
yeah,
demo as
absolutely.
well, which
Did you get
yeah,
a
which is
chance to
good.
do the breakouts last night where you practice asking those
Yeah,
questions to someone?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
cool.
No, so that was great to,
Yeah,
just kind of figure out actually what is it that's important to them.
yeah,
Um,
totally.
and
Yeah.
yeah, I can see how that really makes a big difference in both, the demo, but also in kind of
Yeah.
having these conversations now.
Yeah, totally, totally.
Mm.
And just even to bring your awareness and life in general over the next few weeks about asking really good questions. I used to kind of just even practicing on my kids and stuff, being able to ask great questions to
Yeah,
discover what they're
yeah,
thinking, feeling, all that kind of thing. So yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that's all kind of skills you're gonna learn. Well, that all sounds awesome, Meta. So we've kind of got a goal on there. First of all, doing your first conversation,
yeah,
not even a call. I love that you're doing it while you're out on the walk.
yeah,
Let me know how that one goes, and then we'll set you goals for your next couple of calls because we're going to get together. Sunday, the 3rd of May, is we've got our prac training.
yeah.
What would it mean to you to rock up to prac training and have your first even 5 demos locked and loaded? And you can
Yeah,
practice.
that'd be
Right?
great.
Yeah.
Just I guess feeling that kind of confidence that actually we're kind of on the way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you're getting a head start kind of thing. So
Yeah,
I think it's
absolutely.
super powerful.
Mm.
Now, a couple of things. So once you've got your first demo date ready to go with your first host, like it could be Tash tonight, what we need to do is get that demo locked and loaded in the hub, the one where you've gone and done all your training. Now, depending on what way you like to learn, I've got a couple of options here for you. One, I can send you a wee video that takes you through step by step how to go in, um, enter that person as a lead into your hub and book the demo.
Yep,
So yeah, if you feel like you want to just go and do that, I'll send you that video.
yep.
If you have any troubles with it or anything, I'm happy to jump on a Zoom call like this and we can walk through it together step by step, sharing the screen and that kind of thing. So
I'm sure
do you
I'll
have a
be fine
feeling
with
of
the
what way
video.
you'd like to go?
Yeah, I reckon I'll be fine with the video, but that's
I
cool.
reckon you will too.
If you just send that through, I'm
Yeah,
normally not too bad on
pretty good.
getting computer
Amazing.
stuff. So
Yeah,
yeah, it should be all right.
I totally think you are more than capable of doing that. So what I'll do is I'll flick it through.
Yeah.
And then we've got our next just kind of touch point booked in for this time next week,
Yep.
before we do prac. We could just see how you're getting on with those. But please just don't hesitate to shout before then if you get stuck on getting those in. But
Easy.
and yeah, let me know how you go with those calls, and super excited to get you all set up for success.
Yeah, no, it feels like we're,
Any other questions?
it's happening.
Anything else on your mind?
No, I really can't wait to get hands on my Thermomix, I think, and
Oh
maybe
my
share a
goodness.
little bit more. And there was some good ideas
Yeah.
yesterday of just kind of just getting ice on my Thermomix without
Yeah.
necessarily just demos, like just kind of
Yeah.
anywhere I can to bring food. And like it
Very
is
much.
actually quite a good, we can kind of get it out there to people naturally because we all eat all the time. So I thought that was,
Exactly.
quite good. So I might set up a couple of dinner parties or just invite some friends over and,
Such a fun way of doing it. Like we're
yeah,
just seriously, we're in the business of just, socializing and having fun and connecting with people,
yeah,
So
yeah, I'm really good at that
um
stuff.
I can tell. Hey, what I'd love for you to do is when you make your very first thing in the Thermomix, flick me a photo. Like it
I
just still
will.
fills my cup so much to seeing people get, that first
Yeah.
kind of experience of having one. So flick
Yeah,
me
I
a
can't wait
photo
to make a
of what you
risotto.
make
Actually,
first.
that's something because I've
Yeah.
always made a risotto, but it takes ages, and I think I make a really good risotto on the stove. So I'm really curious to see
I
what the
can't
risotto
wait to
will
see.
be in the
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
Thermomix. I think
Yes,
that
your
might be my
family will
first
be
thing.
able to give you a review. I look forward to it.
Yes, exactly. Oh, thank you so much, Julia, for
Good
your time.
stuff. Thanks.
That was awesome.
Yeah, excellent. Thanks,
All right.
Meta.
See you next
Bye.
week. Bye.